Hey, how's it going? It is Paul Farmer from paulgfarmer.com. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 19. Basically, what I do on these is I share some of my experience online, share with you my journey, and share with you marketing tips, mindset tips, things like that, personal development, all that fun stuff to help you become successful online. Okay, so welcome, Jacko. Great to have you here with me. So before I get to the topic of the day, today's topic is going to be about being teachable. Being teachable, super, super, super important. Before I get to that, though, I'll just share a few things. So we got Thanksgiving coming up. That's going to be tomorrow. Okay, so this is Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. We're going to be going to my brother-in-law's place. We're going to be having Thanksgiving there. It'll be my wife's family, big family gathering. So that should be fun. And, whenever Thanksgiving comes around, I mean, we should be doing this every single day. But one of the things I learned is, write down what you're grateful for. And one of the things you can do to really get in the spirit of gratitude is write down 100 things you're grateful for. Because that will really make you work a little bit when it comes to what you're truly grateful for. So just write down what it is, whatever it is, and that, I'm telling you, it will really start opening up things for you because, everything starts with gratitude. A grateful heart definitely brings good things your way. So, and we have so much to be grateful for that a lot of the time, we take it for granted. But I mean, just for example, one thing right off the top of my head here, I have internet. That's huge, right? I can make a living online. That's huge. If I didn't have internet, I couldn't do that. So that's something definitely to be grateful for. But depending on how long it takes you to complete the 100 things of gratitude, right, you're grateful for, that's kind of where you're going to see yourself at when it comes to that gratitude scale, like where you're at on that, So I've been marketing online for nearly 7 years now. In March, it will be 7 years for me. I had a lot of trial and error, a lot of ups and downs. And I struggled a lot at the very beginning, but now I'm at a point where, I pretty much have results coming in on pretty much a daily basis. Still not at the level I want to get to, but I'm getting there. But I'm definitely way better off than I used to be. Okay. So I used to go weeks, months without anything. So having sales coming in pretty much daily from somewhere is definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing. And one of the things I was able to do, I've been able to do a few things, thankfully, from my online business, just because I decided to take it seriously and really started drilling down what works, right? What creates results. And I was able to take my family, for example, on a 7-day cruise, paid for by my online business. I haven't had to work a job for a very long amount of time. And that right there is a sense of freedom because you don't have to worry about, well, I mean, a lot of people worry about losing a job. A lot of people hate their job. I'm not bashing jobs, but I'm just saying like that for me was a big sense of freedom, being able to do that. So, but just recently, something happened to my wife's computer. It wasn't working right. And I was able to go get her a new computer, no problem, and surprise her with that, like just a just because gift. And she couldn't be happier, and it's just little things like that you can do when you're able to have income coming in on a daily basis, right? So that's really a big deal. But anyway, I want to get to the topic, okay? So the topic is be teachable. Are you teachable? Now, being teachable is so critical. It's so critical, so vital if you want to have success in anything, okay? But it's very important online, and you have to be teachable. You have to be. So I'm just going to give a couple examples of people that are teachable. and it's a couple of my teammates. So the one guy came to me and he said he'd been struggling for a while online, years online, never had any success. And I told him, I was like, look, here, this is what you're going to do. And I asked him before I told him, of course, well, are you teachable? And I told him, all right, this is what you're going to do. And basically what I told him to do was focus on one thing. Eliminate everything else, focus on one thing. Focus on one marketing method, and that is it. Don't do anything else. And he listened to me. And because he listened to me and he was teachable, he's now getting results. He's making sales pretty much daily now, going from hardly ever making anything to now making sales, now becoming an authority. It's really awesome to see. So what I told him to do and what I'm telling everybody to do is a simple Facebook course, very simple Facebook strategy, 3-step strategy. And it works when you work it, of course, but it's a very simple strategy. I mean, the link is right below if you want to check that out. But that is what I really am teaching people to do. Every one on my team, I'm teaching them. Everyone that comes in, I'm teaching them that because it's so simple and it works. It works so quickly. Okay. So anyway, so this guy comes in. He's teachable, right? He listens, he follows directions, and he empties his cup, right? We have to empty our cup. A lot of time our cup is full of all this knowledge and all this stuff we've already learned. He empties his cup and he's open to learning. And he's like, hey man, I'm going to listen to what you say. So I was like, all right, we're just going to do one thing, focus on one thing. You know, it's been like 3 weeks and he's just doing awesome. And now he's moving on to the next phase, which is YouTube. Okay, for him, it's YouTube. And so we're working on one thing at a time. So he already got the Facebook thing down in 3 weeks, right? I mean, not mastery, but proficiency, and is able to look like an authority figure, have people come to him asking for help, right? And be able to make sales, actual sales in multiple things, not just one thing, but in multiple things. That is being teachable. That is being open. That is emptying your cup. Okay. Another example is another team member I have who's same thing. I told him what to do. I talked about the Facebook course that I'm talking about, the strategy, and I plugged him into that. And his very first sale, he did over $1,500. His very first sale, he did over $1,500. So, you know, there's something to that when you when you're teachable. When you're teachable, okay? So that's so important. Like I work with so many people. I've worked with so many people over the years. And I can tell you the number one reason why they do not have the success they want to have, the results they want to have, why they continue to struggle is they're not teachable. They have an ego, right? And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but they have this ego like, well, I'm going to figure out on my own, or I'm going to go try to do this training and that training and all this other stuff, right? Instead of just following simple instructions, being teachable. It's crazy to me because I know so many people that could just be killing it right now if they would be teachable, but their teachability index is so low that it's not happening. So my message for today is be teachable. Empty your cup and learn, okay? Add it to that, focus on one thing. Focus on one thing. One of the biggest things I see out there where people struggle so much is they try to do everything. They try to figure everything out. And you're just never going to get anywhere doing that. I've seen so many examples, and these are just 2 examples, okay? I'm going to give 2 examples of people that were teachable, other than the people I know personally, but stories I have heard, people I've seen that have decided to focus on one thing, be teachable, learn the skill, become a master of the skill, and now they're absolutely killing it. So one guy I saw, he was doing, I've seen a few people doing Facebook, just Facebook alone. I saw one guy, he did 140K in 6 months, brand new, never, ever, ever did anything before, okay? But he was teachable, and he learned the one skill. It's so powerful, guys. Like, it's not about your program. I keep saying that. It's not about your program. I get people come to me like, oh, well, what's the best program? Who cares? It's a wealth vehicle. Okay. What is your skill? You have a Ferrari sitting in the garage with no gas. It's not going to go anywhere, right? Well, it's beautiful. It's sitting in the garage. It's not doing anything. Right? That's like your perfect program. Oh, it's sitting in the garage. There's no fuel. Shoot, there's no engine in it. Like it's nothing's happening because you haven't developed the skill. And it sounds so simple, and it is so simple, but people like skip over that step. And I don't really know why we do that. Why do we do that? Why do we skip over, hey, I need to develop a skill, and jump over and go, oh, it's the program. The program is the problem. It's not the program. It's your skill. That's the problem. You need to develop your skill. You need to take the time to do that. In order to do that, you need to be teachable. You need to learn from somebody that knows what they're doing, that's getting the results you want to get. That's what you need to be doing. So you need to empty that cup, right? So going back around. So anyway, this guy, 140K, never done anything online before. From what he has said, I mean, it could be different. He may not be telling the whole truth. I don't know, but let's just say he is 140K, 6 months online using Facebook only, free strategies. Okay. So right there, that shows you know what? You focus on one thing, you develop that one thing, it pays you big. Okay. Here's another example. Guy does 225,000 YouTube subscribers, focused only on YouTube. He now dominates YouTube. Hundreds of leads a day, thousands of dollars just being paid to him from YouTube alone. How does that happen? He's teachable. He focuses on one thing. Okay. These are basic concepts that have been time tested. And it's like we just skip it for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't really get that. But anyway, like I said at the very beginning of this, okay, at the very beginning of this, it's about being teachable. It's about developing a skill that is going to pay, that's going to make you valuable to your marketplace. Develop the skill, become valuable to your marketplace. Again, very simple concept, but it's like over the heads of the majority of people out there. They just don't get that for whatever reason. I didn't either. When I first started, like I was bombarded. Like some of these programs, they have so much training, valuable training, but they have so much of it that you cannot drill it down. Like you're trying to learn everything. Oh, I got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook marketing. I got Facebook Lives. I got YouTube Lives. I got Google Hangouts. I got email broadcasting, right? I got copyright. I mean, there's so much, and you go nuts, Oh, I got to build a funnel, right? I got to learn that, and that gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. The longer I've been in this industry, the more I've realized the less you do, the better. The more simple it is, the better it is. The better your results, the better the duplication. That's a topic for another video, but that's how it breaks down. And I learned that from an 8-figure marketer. I studied him. I looked at him like, wow, this guy has been teaching the same simple concept forever. It works. Yet we get away from it and go into all this other nonsense that doesn't produce anything. So that's it. Be teachable, empty your cup. Be teachable, empty your cup. So I gave a number of examples of people being teachable. I had to learn the hard way. So anyway, if you want to learn a very simple skill, a skill you can develop very quickly, quicker than anything I've ever really seen before, that produces results, and you can commit to it, and really make it work for you. Go ahead and right below this video, there's a link to it says Facebook engagement course. Go ahead and get that course and go through it and start applying it. It's what I do. It's a big part of what I do. I also do YouTube videos. Those two are a marriage for me. That's what I do, and I have pretty good success with that. There are other things you can do as well, but I just believe in focusing on one and then expanding to the other once you develop it. That's what I believe in. And I've just seen too much proof of anything otherwise. You develop one thing, you become great at it, then you are of value to the marketplace. and then the money flows. That's what happens. Okay. The other thing is, I mentioned one of my teammates did $1,500 in one day. If you want to know what that is, what wealth vehicle that is, not the skill, the wealth vehicle, green check mark right below, and that has my number one wealth vehicle. That is what I've been able to create a full-time income with. That is what I use to take my family on a cruise, and I've been able to be job free because of that. Okay, so that's the reason that's the wealth vehicle. And there's only one other thing under there, and that is you can get a coach for $1 and learn the fundamentals of online marketing. Great deal for $1. I mean, you can't beat that. And with that, you make it a great day. Thank you for attending. Thank you for watching. No matter when you're watching this, I appreciate you. And if you're in the United States, happy Thanksgiving ahead of time. And I'll see you on the next one.